Okay, so because this confirmation screen exists, we can actually go through the different ones. So banish faith keepers. It says that we've chosen to banish the violence inciting faction of the city. To succeed, you will need to relocate all of its members to a new colony. If you invest in its construction, they will leave amicably, which is a good outcome. I like that. If you do not, then you'll have to rely on your guards to deport them. Okay. So if we can set them up a new place to live, somewhere outside of New London, their own place, and we invest in that construction, I have the resources to do this. I have a really positive economy. Like I'm actually pretty good with economically strong, right? So it can invest in a new construction of a new place for them to go, and then they will just go willingly, right? If I don't do that, then I have to deport them to the slums that I didn't invest in. Choice is binding, confirm, etc., etc. And then we saw the reconciliation already as well. And this is just trying to get on everybody's good side so we can all be friends. I really don't know. Like, this one seems like the hardest one to do, to be honest. I'm digging this one because it's a little bit easier and it can make everybody happy still, save lives if I invest in things like that. And I also kind of want to figure out, like, how does that work? I'm going to establish a new place. So there's another place to trade with, right? More things spread out, right? And then finally enforce order, which is the one I think a lot of people do, and I probably don't want to do it. You've chosen to unify the city behind you as the captain. To succeed, you will need strong relations to vote, strengthening your rule, and many guard squads to contain bickering factions. Warning, your power is very limited. You will have to win many charter votes to achieve victory. This path will be very difficult. Yeah. I don't think I think I'm between these two now. And instead of going here, I don't want to do this one. So it's really about keeping people to be free. I want to kind of keep that community rule, democracy sort of thing going. But it's about whether or not everybody's going to be happy living together as one unified nation, if you will, or if I need to get these guys their own home. And then, you know, if maybe that creates a problem in the future, but if everyone can be happy and they get to live themselves and we can all, you know, we can make peace that way. I kind of like this. I think I'm going to go with this one. I was going to go here. I've been back and forth with the two decisions, but I think I'd like to see what it's like to invest in a new colony. That part right there makes this one more interesting to me as a player. I want to invest in a new colony, and what does that entail doing that? So we're going to try this. Point of no return. We're going to banish them. We're going to get them set up in their own place, and then we're going to turn control over to them. They can choose their own laws. They can choose their own way of life, right? Just away from us, and they can live the way they want instead of having to change and make compromises with their faith, right? They can just now live the way they want away from us. I like this. So we're going to try this now. The path of banishment. Faithkeepers are to be banished from New London. For this not to be a death sentence by any other means, they need a new home. An aborted generator site at Windward Moor contains resources needed for a colony, even though the site's deposits are buried deep and its freezing winds severe. With some effort, we could make it habitable, and the Faithkeepers may emigrate voluntarily. Otherwise, we'll need to force them out. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So we have a lot of tension now. Holy moly, do we have tension. Wow. There's a civil war happening now. Okay. Yeah, catastrophic tension now. Bang. Wow. Where is at a dangerous level. Cannot repair due to ongoing battles. So everybody's having a battle right now. Yikes. How are things in Winterhome? Hey, those are pretty fine. Everybody's over here is living all peaceful now. Winterhome's actually a good place to live now. Okay, so Windward Moor. Where is that? Is it this? Oh, it's this new thing. Okay, so winds pound this exposed ice-bound plain. An aborted attempt to settle it decades ago left behind a basic furnace, but little else. The relatively abundant resources nearby could support a decent-sized population, provided they are willing to live so far from London. This place is too barren to benefit us or establish a colony. Ah, that's the place that was still on the map, but it wouldn't disappear. Right, because it was useless, but now it's not. Gotcha. All right, let's establish a colony here. So, freezing winds constantly buffet this part of the valley. A generator construction site lies buried under the snow. There are enough resources around the area for a self-sufficient colony, but it would take a significant effort to make it bearable here. We can establish a colony here. Yes, we can. All we need to do is connect that path, which we can do it from the ice smelter right here. So let's go ahead and do that really quick with our Frostland teams. We're going to go 1 and... Oh, for real. 2. Okay. And then 3. There we go. Establish that. Probably want to have the big one as well up here. So we're just going to get the big one in here too. Which I think I can do that at the same time. Maybe not. Okay, so we'll get that going. New London obviously has a lot of crap going on in here. It's very, very... Yes, it's our turn to decide. Right, sure. Okay, so lots and lots of fervor. If I can get these guys happier, we might be able to decrease how much damage is being caused by reducing fervor, right? This is like their senseless to violence, right? How extreme they are. If I can reduce how extreme they are, they won't kill as many people. Now I need to research machine-centric shifts. So let's go ahead and do that really quick because I did make that promise. And that promise is here. Machine-centric shifts. We're gonna research that idea. That is a promise I made. And maybe if I fulfill that promise, we can get a positive relationship with New Londoners, and then we can convince them to reduce the fervor in that faction, and that will help a little bit with saving lives, hopefully. Boiling tensions. Tensions have risen to a fever pitch and threaten to tear the city apart. Angry mobs swarm the streets, and the city descends into a violent free-for-all. The people have lost faith that your rule can solve many problems that plague us. The city spirals into chaos. If we do not calm tension soon and restore order, this will be the end. You must reduce tension to severe before the city falls. Okay. So, I have guards, but not a lot of guards. We can end battles in districts. This is what we need to do. We have 3 districts that are currently having battles. And we need to do that. And there is a timer for this. It says 1 week. That seems excessive. I feel like that is... that's better. 74 weeks. Okay. Okay, so eliminate divisions. Rid the city of Faithkeepers. At large, we have 4,939 of them. Right? We need to round them up. We also need to finish the new homes. So that's what we're working on right now. Is we're going to focus on getting this done. We have lots of Frostland teams that can handle that. We have a lot of resources we can also send that way. So we're going to... Yep, that's what we're going to focus on doing right now. And then... If I'm hoping that once I get that research completed, I can talk these guys into reducing fervor here. Maybe that will... Yeah, 60 people cured in hospitals. Thin ice depleted. Thin ice depleted. Where's that? Hang on. So, is there anything I need to do over here? I want to make sure these guys don't like freeze to death, right? Stockpile of oil is really low here. And they don't have any steam. However... I'm pretty sure I had steam power, right? I had that, didn't I? I thought I had that. Maybe not. Is it extraction? Maybe it's an extraction district will do it. Will you get me steam? Yeah. If I set up an extraction district right here. Like this. That will get us the steam from that side. And then extraction district on another steam vent right here. There's some more steam right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I guess. It's gonna be a little bit of squalor on that one. But we're gonna get some steam in there, and then that will help with the oil situation in Winterhome, keep them warm. Okay, so yes, I know. Stuart, what? What do you want? More saving. Hang on. More saving. There we go. I want to zoom out really quick, make sure this is done. Okay, so this is now done. We can send colonists here. So, yes, send colonists. We have dispatched construction crews to start setting up Windward Moor. 1,646 non-belligerent faith keepers have left to join them. If we prove that Windward Moor can be self-sustainable. More will emigrate voluntarily. We can, however, transfer control of the colony at any moment. If there are still any Faith Keepers left in the city, we can deport them by force. Their home will be their own. I like this. Separate these guys. They have a very completely different, passionately different mindsets on how to live. They should have control of their own destiny and let them live the way they want. So we'll let them do that. Okay. So that will happen over time. And yeah, they left for Windward Moor, but they're going to be going for a while, looks like. Now, did I get the whole thing done? It looks like I did. At least to that point. I don't think I got it to the actual city, though. Did it? Or does this count? I guess that counts as the city, right? Can I zoom in on that? I cannot zoom in on that. New Londoners' demands met. Cool. Real quick. Can I get them to... Oh, come here. Can I get them to do it? No, they're still neutral. They are still neutral. Need favorable. I can't do anything by making promises or anything there, so... Grant agenda on New Londoners. Well, I already did that. I have 5 weeks. I can do it again. And then there's a vote. Everybody is so mad. Look at this. Okay, so the vote is food additives, chemical additives. And there's going to be a lot of people that are against this, for this and against this. But I'll just have the vote. Just straight up vote. That's fine. Just let people decide what they want to do here. It's going to be very close.
The noes have it.
The noes have it. So we won't have chemical additives. Good. So vote held, New Londoners' proposal. I let the vote happen. That's what I said I would do.
Stuart.
What? Casualties in fighting. Civil War. Stuart, 169 evolvers died in a recent battle. They were overwhelmed as their opponents stormed with fervor and fury in their eyes. This will eventually lead to one side slaughtering the opposing faction. Yes, I know. I need to reduce the fervor of this faction. Yes, higher fervor of warring faction means higher casualties. If one faction is decimated, the Civil War ends. Okay, now, the lucky part here, though, is that there's only one fervor on Faith Keepers now. So they have the same fervor. I need to reduce it completely, but they have the same fervor now. So I think this will help reduce deaths a little bit, but still bad. Still quite bad. Let's repair this with what we have. Can't repair this one because there's an active war going on. Same thing here. Active war going on. Let's quell the fighting in this district. Guard squads await orders. Stuart, the guards are awaiting orders on what their priorities should be while quelling fighting in the district. If they fight alongside the evolvers to neutralize the Faith Keepers quickly and efficiently, they'll incur numerous casualties. However, if they instead try to arrest Faith Keepers, they'll avoid bloodshed, but require more guards and prolong the process. What should we do? If we enforce peace, let's need to end the killing, not become killers ourselves. We have a prison. We can put them in there. So let's try this. Let's not become killers ourselves. Let's try to enforce the peace there. So we're going to send guards that way. And then also, we might be able to go through here too. Deploy guards to shield the people and structures in this district. We're going to try that too. Yes. The guards are awaiting orders on what their priorities should be here. They could form a cordon around vital infrastructure, halting its destruction, or they could instead focus on keeping civilians out of harm's way and prevent their deaths. I like this. Let's save lives. People, protect people. So we're going to deploy our guards. I've got plenty of guards, right? I could have more. I probably should have more. We can have more by having more of these. Let's go with, yes, the patrol watchtowers. Let's add an additional watchtower here. And another watchtower, I think, is going to be put in over here. There we go. So give me more guard squads by getting more of those. 114 bystanders killed. Damn. Also, setting up 3 colonies is an achievement, which is great. Because that means choosing this way is an achievement. Good. So I actually have control over this one. I can like zoom right in here, just like any other district. Cool. So Windward Moor Furnace. We want to send stuff here, of course. Right now they don't have anything, so we're gonna want to send oil here if possible. Now, at the moment, New London does have a surplus, so I can send a little bit of oil out this way. Very good. Okay, we're also going to send a bunch of coal, just to stockpile the coal over here too. Let's send some food reserves, and we'll get some shipments going that way too. Why not? Well, why not, being that we're at a deficit of food. I need to work on that too. And then also let's give them some goods, and we need to also start producing more goods in New London as well, but we'll start to feed a bit more goods over this side too. Okay, want to keep the peace as much as possible. We want to keep this happening, so we'll go like about like that. Let's actually push 5k back over here. That's fine. All right, that's what we want to do. Transfer resources. So this is going to have a healthy amount of stuff going on here. Turn the generator on and get that going. So from here, frost breaking. We have food available. We've got coal available. We have materials. Lots of stuff over here. Let's start with the food. We'll frost break out this way. That's a lot. I like that. We'll do some more. So to get that stuff going. We'll get access to exposed to wind. This is the coal. I already gave them a ton of coal, so I don't really need them to have access to that stuff. So why don't we just kind of get like a general area here done, so we can start building housing and stuff over here in this way too. And we'll come over here and do a little bit more on this side as well. There we go. And then one more, since we have the workers to do it, and we'll go out this way to get materials. There we go. Okay. We're doing work for Windward Moor. Yes, you're calling me what? Are you calling me a bad person? Am I a bad person? Faithkeepers take hostages. Fighting spreads. Faithkeepers stormed a new district full of evolvers' neighborhoods. They set buildings on fire and forced them out before ruthlessly beating them. The evolvers had to retreat, leaving many of their own behind. Now the evolvers are begging you to help them. Free the captives. They're not fighters. Some of them are children or elderly, pleaded a man whose family has been held captive. Yeah, there will be casualties, but we're going to improve our relationships with the evolvers by doing this. We need to storm them and secure the hostages. We could ransom the hostages. We can secure their release, even if they will surely finance the Faithkeepers' war effort. So this will increase fervor. I don't want to do that. And I'm certainly not going to negotiate with terrorists. Take them out. 600 killed during the rescue. Well, that's no good, but I didn't think 600 would be killed. Jeez, that's a lot. But all right, fine, I guess. This district here is also under war now. Let's go ahead and have guards sent to protect the district. What else can we do here? So, looking for oil. I don't have any steam heat on this side, so I can't send any steam here. I just want to check in my other places, make sure that we're all good still, right? So, Dreadnought, how are you doing? You're only +7, but you have positive surplus at everything. Okay, this is fine. I don't have to look at that anymore. Winterhome, where are we at here on view? So you're dropping materials, dropping goods. We might be able to do a little bit about that. So an extraction district here will allow us to get access to these materials, but we need to frost break the other materials that are available here. So let's do that really quick, and then yeah, we'll set up a material extraction district there. In the meantime, though, I think we can have more materials sent here from New London, because there's just a lot in New London. So we'll make sure that transfer's happening. We're not going to bother transferring goods. Instead, we'll use these materials to make our own goods. All right. Down in Windward Moor, frost breaking is nearly done. Okay, good. Now we want to set up housing over here. Exposed to wind. Right, everything is exposed to wind. So they have to have... There's a huge heat problem over here because there's just... Everything is wide out in the open. So we will need like a significant amount of stuff here that's going to help with, reducing the heat need. And all of these buildings really kind of have a heat need. Biowaste hothouse... Heat demand goes up. These are all about Frostland teams. Okay, so nothing really reduces heat other than just putting districts next to each other at this point. So we're going to have to do it. So exposed to wind. Not really a lot I can do about that. Set up that district for housing. Set up another one for housing. Here we go. And then we're going to set up an extraction district over here so that you can get this coal stuff. But first we need to frost break it. So we'll go like that. And we'll get out there and do that. Over here for food, materials, just frost break all this. Like that. There we go. All right. Over in New London, still, what is your deal?
Steward.
Aborted detainment. Steward, our guards have detained a group of militant, violent faction members. Since we lack any sort of prison for holding them, the guards were forced to release the criminals shortly after. If you want to keep them locked up for longer, you'll need to build a prison. I forgot about that. We are going to build a prison. Thought corrective. I thought I had already researched that, and I thought I'd already built it, but apparently I did not. So let's double check this really quick. So we have an isolation prison. Crime goes down. Unlocks the mobilize. I like all those things. We're going to put you in here. Pop that prison right there. You have guards deployed here, right? We do. They're just here to protect the district. I think protect the people. Speed victory. I don't want to do that. Let's protect the people. I don't want people dying. And then, yeah, protect the people here too. Yep. So there's only 2 areas. Right. War? I think there's only 2 districts at war. This one's destroyed, kind of. I need to repair it. There's really only 2 districts at war currently, I think. And then Windward, Moor. We need to prove that this place can be survivable so that they'll move on their own. We currently only have 2,400 people, 2,400 faith keepers in the city. So we have 515 that have died, 1,646 emigrated, and there's still another 2,400 in the city that need to move. So I need to finish a new home and round up faith keepers. What is a new home? That's just the quest, right? Yeah, it's literally this right here. Okay. So ensure it can meet its own needs for shelter, food, and heat. So 2/3 of those things are done. Well, shelter's happening now. Promise kept. Built a prison. Good. Now you can start detaining militant faction members hell-bent on violence. Very good. You can detain them, keep them out of, keep them away from people. So we have good guards. You can go ahead and do that. Now, do I have to do that manually, or is that happening automatically? Enforce peace. Detain fighters using minimal force. I like this. Detain. And then we're going to go in here to this district that's in fighting too. Right? Is it this one? This district is fighting too. But I can't do anything here. I require 18 guards. Ah, right. I don't have enough guards. These guards are out doing a whole bunch of stuff right now. Patrol watchtower here. Get some more guards to help out with that. All right. All right. And housing is set up, but it's not completely done. We need to expand it to prove that it's viable. So 1, 2, 3. Done. You expand as well. 1, 2, 3. Done. Okay. Out here, we need an extraction district for these resources. Everything is exposed to wind here. So like everything will need to have extra heating. I need extra oil, extra coal, extra everything being sent to this location because it's all going to take a lot more resources to keep the heat on. So to send resources here, I still have a surplus of oil here, and I can still send more. So we'll have a good surplus there, and then I will have just a steady trickle. No, I don't need it. We'll wait. Do this, and then we'll deal with food. Food is going to be a problem. These guys can generate their own food, so eventually I won't need to do that. It would be a good idea to have all these other settlements, though, managing their own food instead of receiving it. So this is a surplus. But if you guys can manage your own food, that would be huge. So I'm thinking we put a bio-waste hothouse. I don't have a food district here. There was no food districts possible here. It's this right here that generates food. We'll put that in there. And if we can get this thing to generate its own food, then I won't have to send any food here anymore. Same thing with, I think if I go back over to the Dreadnought, it's a good place too as well. If I go over to the Dreadnought, can we set one of these up here too? No. The Dreadnought's just kind of there. Okay. Well, we can always set it up in the Moor as well. But they don't like that building, so... Set up a Panacea factory for the Faith Keepers, even though they really hate that building. Yeah. Okay, so these guys are back to being hostile. They were skeptical just for a little second there. Now the Frostlanders are skeptical now too. They're not liking me much now. Cut the cord. Windward Moor currently meets the Faith Keepers' needs, but only with help from New London. No additional Faith Keepers will emigrate there voluntarily until we have proven the colony can fend for itself with no external aid. Okay. I know. That's what we're working on right now. Because I have food being sent here and stuff. I need to stop that. Okay. Ruth O'Donnell, 36, Faith Keepers member. Checking the structural integrity. Well, it's better than being stuck in that other shithole. Moving here wasn't our idea. We certainly didn't ask for it. We're in the middle of nowhere. It's freezing. None of those doors seem to be fully closed. But we're free here. The rest will come. First groups of banished colonists arrive at their new home. They are happy-ish. They're not very happy. It's red. They're not very happy, but it's okay. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Like that. And let's expand this district as well. And we'll go 1, 2, 3 like that. I want to set up stuff to help them be self-sufficient, right? That's the idea. So we need dense housing there. We're going to set up a food district over at the food areas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try this. I can always expand into that one. Yeah. Try that. Try that instead. And then we'll put an industrial district here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to kind of connect them so that they're all connected with heat, right? So we'll get that going. So they can start making their own goods, their own prefabs, all those things, right? Peace enforcement ends in expanded industrial district. And so we settle the peace? Peace enforced in one district. Guards end battles, arrest militants. Good. Let's go ahead and fix this. And we'll go ahead and fix... Can't fix this one yet. Let's go ahead and start enforcing peace there as well. So we're going to have some people in prison. But, I mean, we had excess workers anyway, so it's not really going to put any strain on our workforces, I don't think. So peace is enforced. Good. And then we need to start repairing once we get to the point where we can. But you know what? The tension is severe, but it's... Oh, never mind. Hang on. Promise to New London is broken. Huh? Use the grant agenda. I didn't grant their agenda. There's a lot of stuff going on here. I didn't grant their agenda. Okay. You know what? They're all mad at me anyway, so it is what it is. Trust is right now currently set at tolerated. Okay. We still have 2,174 Faith Keepers in the city, but no active wars are here. No active wars. This says the resource is nearly depleted. Yes, there's 489 weeks worth of this extraction though, so we're okay-ish. I do need to get food going again though. Absolutely, I need something else going with food. Let's go ahead and turn this district on. We'll slam that all the way open, I think. Because we kind of have to. I need food. Yeah, let's expand this district if I can't yet. I still have frost breaking to do in here. Okay. Back over to Windward Moor. The quicker I can get people over here, the quicker I can succeed in this challenge, right? Like, I need to separate them. That's how things work. So, housing districts are set up. We have enough housing for everybody, but people need to move here. So, there needs to be even more housing, I think, available. I think it's probably a good idea. Stuart. I know, gosh. So this is coal. So I think we need to get this extraction district set up for coal. And Wow, I can't go that way with it. Damn. I need to do more frost breaking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, we'll go like that. While we're waiting, let's set up the fuel stockpile. We can put that kind of like in this middle area here, I suppose. It'll probably fit like right here. It's fine. And then we'll also want to put frost break around this area. We're going to want to put in a material stockpile would be here. This is going to reduce that workforce requirement. That's what I'm looking at. So I kind of wanted to put it between these two districts. This will be fine. Yeah, that'll be fine right there. And then we'll also put in the stockpile for food in here. It's fine there too. So build a lot of stuff for them.
Steward.
Let them go. A new home. Steward, many evolvers wonder why we are devoting precious resources to establishing a new home for Faith Keepers. It's their home. Let them build it themselves, said the spokesman person. The guards can take care of any who turn up their nose. The guards agreed that they could easily round up any Faith Keepers who refuse to leave if we transfer control of the colony to them in its current state. Shall we? Let's improve the conditions first. I think that they can do this themselves. I don't need to round them up. I think they will move themselves. Temporary stop to fighting. You have put an end to all pitched battles in your city. We can expect a respite from violence for several weeks, but as long as militants exist and no permanent solution to the conflict has been found, fighting will break out again sooner or later. Civil wars will start again if we take too long to resolve the entire conflict. Right. I'm doing that. So if we solve the war problem, there's no more fighting, and so that's should be able to repair this now. There it goes. Yep. So let's repair that for a second. Okay, over here they have huge surpluses, right? And like this is great. This is exactly what we want. This industrial district can now begin to make goods. And now they have kind of their own self-sustained solution over here, right? Which is what we were looking for. It's what I was looking for anyway. And they can kind of do this, but they are still receiving resources from the motherland, if you will. Still receiving resources from New London because of the oil and the coal. They need their own source for that kind of stuff. And, well, the extraction districts on the coal reserves is the solution for that. So we're going to do that. Set that up right now. And then let's get them also another fuel stockpile. Let's put that fuel stockpile right here. And then we're going to expand this district around, and we'll have these fuel stockpiles kind of wrapping around this expanded district. Okay, so this will be here. And then it goes... Oh, this doesn't expand quite as far as I thought it would. Oh, it doesn't. I kind of messed that up, didn't I? Yes. I guess I really can't get them all anyway. Because even if I went 1, 2, I wouldn't be able to get this one. So it's not that big of a deal. All right, no big deal. Get that going, and then they should have coal input. There it is. Okay, so now we should be able to take Windward Moor, and I should be able to say I'm not giving you anything. I'm no longer giving you oil. I'm no longer giving you food. All right, nothing. I'm not giving you any of this stuff either. Just nothing. Is there like a nothing button? I guess I could just click the center, but it doesn't really hit it exactly. At 0. I want to 0 it out. So I'm not giving them anything anymore. Conditions good in Windward Moor for now. Steward, you have proven Windward Moor can provide for the needs of a moderately sized community. Seeing this, roughly half of the Faith Keepers have already departed to make their new home there. Yes. Yet those remaining bulk, they fear Windward Moor lacks the ability to fend off cold long term. They won't leave voluntarily if you don't assuage their fears. If we address the additional concerns, all Faith Keepers will leave peacefully. Provide oil or provide coal. We will stockpile a massive quantity of this resource for their future use. Coal. Let's do that. Okay, so we need to have a huge stockpile in Windward Moor of 100,000 coal. Well, we have a huge surplus of coal at the moment, but it's because they're heated by oil at the moment. So what we can do is, first off, I can give them even more. That's the old dreadnought. No, I can give them right here. Let's give them a whole bunch more like that, because I have a lot and I don't need it. So we'll go like that. Transfer the resources. They have a huge quantity of coal just sitting there. Livable new home. You have met the critical needs of Windward Moor for the Faith Keepers. All of the faction members who remain, save those who we have detained, have departed for their new home. Cool. So a new home is here. Or transfer control of Windward Moor to the Faith Keepers when you are satisfied. I want to transfer control of it now. Transfer control. Recall your builders and hand governance of this colony over to the Faith Keepers. I think they're good to go now. I've set them up. They're good. We're going to do it. Transfer control of the Faith Keepers. Once we transfer control of the Windward Moor, we will sever all ties. After transferring control, no more construction or any interaction will be possible. Accept. Done. Fate is in your hands. The Faith Keepers' menace is over. The last task left to you. Decide the fate of those you have detained. I will decide their fate. I want to set them free so that they can go. How do I do that? Decide detainees' fate using the Decide Detainees' Fate community action. Right here?
Steward.
Is it here? Maybe it's... Oh, detainees are right here. Yes. Okay, so decide detainees' fate. Deport them or enlist them. We gain guard squads. Deport them to Windward Moor. Frostland teams. Yep. We'll send them. Send them on their way. Here it is. Unity has been achieved. The enemy in our midst has been eradicated. We now stand as one without violent troublemakers to tear our hard-won unity. The city shall not fall. The end of us. Path of banishment. Blankets, roofs, hearth, and home. We gave them everything they could need and more. We went beyond the bare minimum. We gave them every ingredient for a home when all they needed was a house. Ignore the whispers of cleansing and banishment, steward. We did right by them. We set them up for success. This was a kindness. And if they fumble it here, our conscience is clean. You have succeeded and generously aided your adversary. The city stands. That's 3 different achievements now. Wow. Don't let civil war spread to 5 different districts. Complete the story. And something else. Yeah. City did not fall. I don't know if that's like the best ending, right? Like I kind of wanted to try the whole like everyone get along thing, but I'm pretty sure that would have been more difficult to do. Not to say that that's a reason not to do it, but I wanted to see what the whole like set up another colony thing was like, you know? You sided with the Evolvers and exiled the Faith Keepers. New London embraces change. All adapt and evolve. Maybe you wanted everyone to get along? Supported the Evolvers in their vision of the future. That I did. Maybe you tried your very best? 1,462 criminals died during the human experimentation. 1,100 people died trying to become Apex workers. Maybe you think the Evolvers will build a better future? Winterhome was settled, as the Evolvers wanted. Maybe you had to do it, or the city would fall. 263 bystanders died in the Civil War. That's not bad. 4 districts damaged. I only had 4 damaged districts, and less than 300 people died in the war. That's pretty good. 4,000 Faith Keepers left for the colony. 434 deported by force. 0 died fighting. Conditions in colony acceptable. Their new home survives for years. It's good. It's good. See? Years. I would have preferred the thing to say decades or, you know, for lifetimes, generations. But oh, don't you dare start making me feel bad. Lily May, 14, Acolyte. Left for the colony with her mother. Siren song of Evolver's arguments echo in her heart. Will take vows of silence to not let sin spread. A 14-year-old has chosen not to talk. I fail to see the problem here. Sorry. Are we truly freer when apart? Are you certain? I'm not. No, I'm not, Steward. Yeah, I'm not certain. I think I think the idea of trying to unite everyone together is another really good ending. I think it's another good way to do it. This is just the one I chose to do because I felt like I could do it in a reasonable amount of time, and also because it involved setting up another colony. And I wanted to set up another colony. I wanted to expand on the map even more, just like I've been doing the whole time. So I enjoyed Frostpunk 2. I'm a little out of breath here, so I'm going to cut the end of this video short. I apologize for those of you who maybe like the end of game monologues and reflections, but I enjoyed Frostpunk 2. I do not think it is a significant departure from the theme of Frostpunk. I do not agree with a lot of the criticisms that Frostpunk 2 has had when it comes to it's not having enough personality touch, or some of the criticisms that it's faced regarding how it's compared to Frostpunk 1, how it's not as deep or anything like that. I think they have done a very good job of differentiating the game to make it fresh, to make the same feel, the same idea be fresh. And I appreciated the opportunity to look at things from a more macro perspective than from a micro perspective on one single town, and being able to spread out and see how we could manage, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands potentially of people was really nice. I liked it. I had a lot of fun with this game. I hope you guys did too. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys sticking with me. I'm going to go rest my voice now and my throat now. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.